Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So, let's see, what were we doing last time? Ah yes, we were escorting this guy. So we are on a quest. I'm going to be doing something while I'm talking. It'll make sense in a moment. We were given a few new story-related quests, like a kind of critical path, importance, and things that need to be dealt with for us to progress the plot. So we have a few new of those, a few new quests. There are two of them, to be exact. One is to go try to bring down the griffin that's been harassing caravans and the trade routes around here. And the other thing that we need to do is the one that we've been working on, which is I'm withdrawing these horns. It'll finish a side quest for us. Ta-da! I'm gonna go deliver these. Turn them in. So we are also... the one that we're on right now is to resolve a trial. Find enough evidence to make Fournival, the rich man who we assisted in a quest earlier in the game. We have to get enough evidence to prove him either guilty or innocent, one way or the other. I'm turning in this side quest real quick for 50 of these horns. I picked up a few more just a moment ago, so that'll be enough for us to turn this in. Money, a soul taker, looked like a sword, and some experience. And then we don't have to deal with those stupid bugles anymore. Soul taker. Okay, so it's just a golden sword. The golden weapons that we get for those sorts of quests, I'm getting a little bit off topic here. They're generally useless. They're not very strong, and they sell for a lot, so that's pretty much the only point of acquiring them. And just status, I guess, showing off that you have them, maybe, I don't know. So I'm going to deposit that, and I'm going to deposit the sword. Not going to waste time and effort selling it right now, don't really care. If I need the money later, maybe I'll sell it. Anyway, yes, so, quest, trial, thing. So we've been gathering a bunch of evidence. I do have several pieces of evidence, and then we have this guy right here who wants to testify that the path that I'm going down is I'm trying to prove Fournival innocent. And, or at least prove that, you know, whatever he's doing more good than harm. I think that's kind of the approach that we're taking here. So this is a soldier out on the northern outpost, the northern fortress, and he's going to testify and say that, you know, without Fournival selling his weapons at a discount, the soldiers out there would be overrun by the monsters, and there would be no protection in the north. So that's kind of the reason that we're hauling this guy around with us. So I believe I have enough to turn in all these bits and pieces for the quest. So we're going to head back to the Chamberlain here. We're going to turn in some of the different items we have, and let's give a brief rundown of those. Wormwood perfume is not required for this quest. It's for a different thing that will happen later. And in fact, I can't even give that to Lucy, so no big deal. Oh, I can't give any of those to Lucy. Oh, I guess because they're critical, they're like mission critical items. Okay, so Fidel, who is one of the other Chamberlains here, he wants to prove Fournival innocent. So he gave us a signed petition. We have a ledger that we picked up from Fournival's house. This lists presents from a rich benefactor. Some of the notes imply that the gifts were purchased to launder ill-gotten coin. We are not going to turn in the gift ledger here. That would be bad. That is the opposite of the outcome that we want. We also have the Chamberlain's affidavit. So, a letter from a foreign official praising Fournival for his contributions to Grand Sis's economy. We picked this up in Fournival's house along with the gift ledger. And then Geoffrey's petition, Geoffrey being the head priest or head monk. And he also notes that Fournival does a lot of good with the money that he makes. Donating to the poor and whatnot, I'm sure. So we have these things. There's a red circle there. That's interesting. Oh, that might just be to go talk to the Chamberlain to turn this in. Probably. Is he upstairs? Yeah, looks like he's upstairs. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. So yeah, we're going to turn all this stuff in and drop off our witness here and kind of see how things go.
You are to see me for yours. I speak. Pray.
Blah,
Make
blah,
your
blah, blah,
choice.
blah.
Brought a
Evidence?
witness, have you? Excellent work. I shall see to the necessary accommodations until the day of the trial. There's time yet, sir.
Okay, so here, this will give us an option of what to turn in. We're not going to turn in the gift ledger, so going to make sure to turn in just the other 3.
Good. You've brought evidence. Here, I shall see it submitted to the court. There's time yet, sir.
There's the Duke just kind of wandering around.
I pray. You'll need.
Whoops, wrong mission.
You are to. I pray. Make. I would ask, but the inquiry.
Jeffrey's petition. Let's turn that in.
You've brought here. There's time. You are to. I pray.
Ah, I picked the wrong one again. Erg. Okay,
You are to see. I
pick
pray.
the correct quest. There we go. Gather evidence. Blah blah blah. Don't want to turn in the gift ledger. I'm going to just keep saying that every time, mostly to remind myself more than anything else. And that is the only piece of evidence we have left, so I'm going to hold on to it. Now, the trial doesn't actually start. Do you have anything else to say?
I cannot
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, you already gave us your petition. Don't care. The trial doesn't start for 4 days, and it doesn't start for 4 days, so we have to wait 4 days. I think we've already waited 1, though. So we just have to wait until the trial starts. So we have time to run around and do other things as well. Or I could just go to the inn and rest like 3 more times, I think, and it would be the day of the trial. But we can wander around town and pick up some other quests kind of while we're at it.
Well met, sir.
Come on, talk. There we
It
go.
pains me to burden you, busy as you are with the royal orders, but there is aught I would speak of with you. 'Tis a cause of worry, though I speak only for myself and not as Chamberlain. Skeletons have been sighted near the capital these past few days.
Skeletons, you say?
Elsewhere, I've had no end of reports of secret meetings among the zealots.
Ah, Salvation, the cult of nutjobs worshipping the dragon.
I cannot help but see the two as intertwined.
Yeah.
I have no evidence to prove it. Still, I'll be damned if I allow their kind to go corrupting the minds of good people for want of evidence. Arisen, I ask this as a favor. Will you look into these events and hunt out any thread that connects them? I believe I've learned where the cult meets. I've made note of it on your map. I ask you begin your search there. Go, and learn what you can.
Yeah, I have no problems with that. Salvation, they're kind of a bunch of jerks. So yeah, we will be doing that side quest as time permits. And for now, I don't really want to get too far away. I'm probably gonna explore. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll explore a little bit around Grand Soren, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. First things first, I want to stop at the Pawns Guild and just see if there are any new quests on the notice board. Those do refresh from time to time. Yeah, see, there's some new ones here. You can tell by the 3 papers that are whole and attached there. That means there's some sort of new quests. Defeat the Cyclops in the Frontier Caverns. That'll give us a silver idol. That's actually very important. Defeat 10 phantasms. We've only defeated, like, I think we've only ever even fought 10 phantasms. Those are different from the phantoms that we fought in the last video. Phantoms are just kind of the low-level generic version. Phantasms are a tougher, purplier version of the ghosts. It's like the difference between goblins and hobgoblins. They're related, but they're not the same. So we'll do that. Defeat 13 stout undead. Those are the fat zombies that explode if you hit them with fire. We shall definitely add that. And the defeat 10 sulfur saurians. We have been fighting those. Those are the ones that can turn invisible. So, awesome. Most of those we know how to handle. We know where to go to deal with those things. So that's great. Let's see. Alright, so that's those quests. I don't believe I checked the alehouse notice board after we turned in that last quest with the 50 war bugles. So let's just check this real quick. I don't really have much else to do. Yeah, so a new quest popped up. 5 King Bay Leaves. That is... They're in the Witchwood, but they're not in the part of the Witchwood that we can get to. So I will pick it up, but we're not going to deal with it for a while. Let's see. What else do we want to do? There's a new quest here from our friend the blacksmith, or the armorer, I guess.
Warrior such as yourself seeks always finer weapons, yeah? If you aid me in a small matter, you shall have access to weapons both fearsome and powerful.
Ooh, fearsome and powerful. That's fantastic. What does he have to say?
Have you heard tell of the master weaponsmith in these parts? His talent is without measure, but he's stubborn as a plough beast and sells only to a chosen circle of clients. To such patrons, he gifts an idol to make his favour known. I must gain such an icon and access to his wares, no matter what the cost. It's often been said you possess a talent for discovery. Secure me a figurine, and I shall provide weapons the likes of which you have never dreamed. What say you? Will you help? The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Also, I wonder, yeah, so he has a new round of equipment. He upgrades periodically as you progress the plot of the game. So we can probably get, yeah, favored branches. I'm going to buy one of those. It's an arch staff, so it's going to be good for sorcerers, of which Lucy and myself both are. Magician's surcoat, that might be useful also. I think I'm going to buy a magician's surcoat for Lucy, and then see if I can upgrade it. If I can upgrade it, it'd be much better than what we have right now. Wizarding gloves, yeah, nothing super fantastic there. Wizard's boots, those might be good to have as well. I'm just kind of flipping through here and looking at what we have for sale right now. I'm going to buy these two things and see if I can upgrade either of them. Favored branches, magician's surcoat. If I can upgrade them, like if I have the materials at hand, they will be white sage. Okay, we do know where to get white sage. Oh, money. I'm short the money there. Awesome. Okay, so favored branches, we could actually upgrade as soon as we have the money to do so. That's very exciting, because that'll be a much better weapon for us. And then 5 mandrake. We don't know what mandrake is. And I'd probably rather have that and upgrade rather than the shroud. So we're not going to deal with that right now. We can't afford the other ones too. That's awesome. Good to know. Good to know. So Caxton is asking for an idol. He wants... let's see. Oh, Lucy has 2 lanterns. How did that happen? I'll give that to Zeus. And I'm going to give that to Masane instead. So if I go to Lucy's inventory, Lucy's been holding on to this bronze idol right here. A figurine required to do business with a talented artisan. This one is crafted of polished bronze, and it gives us a bit of a shop discount. And then you saw for a quest, something that we just picked up. Which one? There we go, this one. Defeat the Cyclops in the Frontier Caverns. We will get a silver idol. So, as you could probably guess, yes, there is likely to be a golden idol somewhere in the game as well. If we turn in one of those, Caxton will be able to improve his goods. Like, he will have much better equipment available. However, there's a bit more to it than just finding the golden idol and turning it in. And if you, by the way, if you give him the golden idol, which we have no idea where it is or how to acquire it, he will have the best equipment that he can possibly have. If we give him the silver idol, he will have good, but he'll be missing kind of like his top tier stuff. And then bronze, he'll just get a minor improvement to his inventory. However,
looking dour as ever, I see. I've a proposal that might put some cheer in those cheeks. Will you hear me?
Yeah, let's see what Madeline has to say.
Well, it's like this. A peddler is only as good as her suppliers.
This seems kind of familiar.
For my own part, being both clever and beautiful, I've little trouble keeping an inventory. But contentment leads to failure, so I seek new weaponsmiths to supply my shop. I have a certain one in mind, a man of singular talent, but caustic temperament. Much as you, in truth. The smith refuses audience with all but select clients.
I think I see where this is going.
And upon such clients he bestows an idol, so as to prove his favor.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If I can recover such a figurine, I would have singular right to peddle his wares in these parts. There is no cost I will not bear to gain this icon. So what say you, Arisen? Will you retrieve an idol for me? This is a job most suited to your talents. I pray you will not fail me in it. You'll find naught but the finest way.
Let's also check just very, very quickly and see if she has... So she doesn't have any new weapons or anything like that, it looks like. She does have a few other things, some new bangles. Ooh. Runic bangles would be much better in the magic offense department. Nails, what's new here? Nimble earring, what is that? Heightens resistance to torpor, which is the slowing effect. So I am going to buy the runic bangle. She will refresh eventually, and I'm going to equip those right away because they give +1 to magic, which is good. Better than what we have right now, and it actually does improve pretty much all stats. So yes, that is fantastic. And then I don't need the tiger bangle anymore, so I can go ahead and sell that. And Lucy has a better one equipped right now anyway, so... Yeah. And I don't need those enlistment core banners, I don't think. So yeah, Madeline here was also asking after an idol so that she could talk to a very temperamental craftsman. Pretty much exactly the same as what Caxton was after. So that's where this quest gets interesting, because you're only going to find one golden idol and one bronze idol in the game. Period. That's it. The end. And you have to choose which one you want to give the golden idol to, because, you know, one of them will have, like, their top-of-the-line best wares, best equipment that they could possibly have to sell. Which will be very nice. Like, that's going to be a very handy thing to have. But you got to pick. Do you want to sell it to Madeline, who has kind of lighter armors, like more oriented towards female fighters, or female characters, I guess, in general? Magical focus, typically. She has, like, daggers and weapons and items and things for the Striders, the rogue class, and then the mages. So you have to pick whether you want to give it to her or you want to give it to Caxton, who does the heavy-duty, like, super heavy armor, giant swords, kind of the typical sort of warrior set of equipment. He also, I mean, he does sell some, like, some staves and, like, bows. I mean, he sells a bit of everything. So you just got to pick which one of the two do you want to give it to. And that is going to be a tough decision. Luckily, not one that I have to make immediately, because I don't have any useful idols to give yet, but I'm probably going to end up giving my silver idol to one of them and my golden idol to the other. And we're going to have to pick which one. So that will happen eventually. I took the back door out of Grand Soren there. Now we are going to kind of wander along the coastline here. I don't know, just wanted to check and see if there were any obvious treasures or anything like that we could hunt. Just killing time a little bit. We need to kill some...
The footing here is poor.
What? We have to kill, like, some Geosaurians, and we need to go investigate some salvation goings-on. Stuff like that. So I do have a bunch of those side quests to deal with. I am not super focused on doing them right now, and in fact, I think I'm just going to turn around and go right back into town. Ooh, actually, I take that back. I'm going to kill some oxen. Now that we have need for money, also a little bit of mining, now that we have some more need for money, it's going to be worthwhile to get a bunch of steak and meat in general that we can let sour and then sell. Also, we do have a quest to kill a bunch of oxen here, so I'm going to take care of that real quick. If you don't want to watch me just unleashing a bunch of my attacks against these things, then feel free to skip the video forward a few minutes. I am going to go back and rest at the end as soon as we're done with this, and just kind of fast forward a few days so that we can jump right up to Fournival's trial. I want to completely resolve that quest before really getting too far away from town. Just in case, you never know, something bad might happen. And I don't want to miss that trial. And then, yeah, after that, we're going to try to take on the Griffin, I guess. Because that's a very interesting quest. see. Yeah, there's a chest here. And these are like really easy to find chests, just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, out in the open. But they're very near the capital, you know, and you can get here very low level, so they're not going to have anything super fantastic. Still, curatives are never, you know, there's never really a problem having too many curative items. That just doesn't really happen. Not really a concern in this game. Alright, it looks like there's one more. So I have no qualms about opening those chests again. Let's hit it with a different attack. No firewalls this time. See if we can spike him to death with a giant icicle. Not quite. That's fine. Okie dokie. That's a bunch of ox in there.
Ore among the crags that litter this place.
That is the people who are going to go after the griffin. I would rather not talk to them. And in fact, at this point, it's probably faster just to use the fairy stone. It'll take us basically to the same place, but without us having to run all the way up and around to use the other entrance.
What meaning do you suppose those stones
Ore
hold?
crystal master.
Okie dokie. Time to head back to the inn, rest up for a couple days, and see if we can kind of speed this trial along. See how it turns out. Hopefully we have enough evidence.
An audience suite. Have your pick. What will it be today?
Rest, let's stay till morning. Unfortunately, we do have to go through these little loading screens here every time as Lucy gets updated back up to the server. That's okay, though.
Aye, the inn offers a clean bed.
Yeah, and it's pretty quick because she hasn't really changed much since the last time I rested here. Let's do one more.
Have your pick. What will it be
Our
today?
quest will update when we get close. Like it'll give us a little update saying, hey, you know, the trial is quickly approaching. Make sure that you have your evidence all sorted out. And our pawns will talk about it a little bit as we get closer as well.
When do you suppose the trial
Yeah,
is?
2 days remaining.
Just a
It popped up in the top left corner there.
What will it- Understood.
So let's go ahead and rest. We will have 1 day remaining here. Near deadline. Report your findings to Aldous. I really want to swing by one more time and go see if we can talk to his daughter and get something from her. I am fairly certain that she can give us something. She'll give us a petition to help. Maybe you have to talk to her at a certain time of the day, or maybe I am just completely crazy. I was fairly certain that that was a thing. Who knows? Alright.
I believe in my please.
Yes, 'tis a gent. Now go. Yes, now go.
Okay. You know what? There might have been a quest that we missed the first time around. Back before meeting with the Duke. And that would be very unfortunate, because that is kind of an important quest that I missed. I'm going to be very sad if we actually missed that one.
The capital swirls with ill rumors.
Such is the way of things, though. Nothing I can do about it now. Alright, we're going to go ahead and rest 1 more day.
Just a jade, friend. Have your pick. What will it? Understood.
Hooray! The day of the trial is at hand. There we go. Cutscene! Hooray! let's see how all of our evidence fares here.
Order! I will have order! This inquest has its conclusion. Fournival Frescobaldi, in the name of His Grace, Duke Edmund Dragonsbane, the court hereby proclaims its verdict. Not guilty. You are cleared of all
Hooray!
charges and released from bondage forthwith. The inquest is hereby ended.
That's exciting. So, mission accomplished. We got him a not guilty verdict. That's exciting.
Our task is done. Let us report our progress.
Okie dokie. So, now I believe we gotta run back up and talk to, what's his name? The Chamberlain again, Aldous. Man, it's fantastic how quickly I can move now that I have switched over to a mage and given myself some of those really nice augments. Very noticeable difference being able to sprint super quick at very lightweight. When I should be at normal, I believe. Wait, I have a lot of stuff quick. Alright. Oh, hello. Do you have a quest?
Arisen, sir? Beg pardon, sir. I bear a message from Milady Eleanor. She would speak with you, sir. In private, if you please. Some would raise an eyebrow at such a request, given Milady's vows to the Duke. I trust... Oh, forgive me, Arisen. I must learn to hold my tongue around proper company. Pray, find me tonight in the castle gardens.
Okay, so we have two people who want to meet with us in the middle of the night and don't want anybody else to find out what's going on. So that's interesting. Oops. Hey, Mercedes, what's going on?
I've heard of the party being gathered to slay the Griffin. Sir Georg and the others from the encampment are among them, the men who fought the Hydra. They're touted as elites, but the fact of it is they're mere sellswords. The harshest tasks are often left to such types, or to the men of the enlistment corps.
Okay, so she has a pretty vocal opinion of what's going on there. Ha, Aldous. Nope. Talk to Aldous.
Word of Fournival's verdict has come. He was judged innocent somehow. 'Twas an acquittal hued in shades of grey, scarce different from black.
Okay, so he's not very happy with our handiwork
But
here.
an acquittal nonetheless. The trial was fair, and so we must accept its decision. Though the matter ended sourly, it's by no fault of yours. Take your wages with my thanks, Arisen.
Awesome. Money, experience, leveled up. Oh, beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. So with that, let's actually go back and check up on Fournival if we can. Let's see if he has anything to say now that we judged him not guilty.
What errand could demand an order so late?
And then Lucy levels up now that I am rejoined with her. That's exciting. Also, he has a new quest for us, it looks like.
Sir, I am in dire straits. It is a matter concerning my daughter.
I'd rather not talk to him now.
Truly, sir, we are closer friends.
Okay, well... Okay, that is kind of an important quest that he has for us. And it's going to take a little bit of time. So I'm going to end the video here. And next time we will see what else our buddy Fournival needs help with, because, oh my gosh, he's needy. Thank you for joining me, everybody, and I will see you next time.